position, but it is a fast launch from Aberring into the handbrake turn of the hairpin. Oh no! Aberring has been bunched!
Since 2014 Japan, and trying to make an even better start. I think he did get a nudge.
You could see it coming, couldn't you?
Yeah.
And at that point, he can't do anything more. You know, he's already braking for the corner, and he's just understeered into the side of Fernando. Oh, such a disappointing move.
And ahead of him in the Haas. Ooh. And Alonso doing his best.
About issues of tyres, they have done their job there. Once he was on the grass, lost that going into the roller coaster, and then from then on he was a passenger and just did not appear to slow down. Just lost it on the way in to turn 11. Took too much pace into the first left-handed part and didn't even take too much of the curb on the inside, but the car just drifted out.
So see if we can see what happened here. He dives to...
He's come from a long way back.
It's a long way back.
Oh, he hit the curb. Hit the inside curb. Garcia hit the inside curb. Debris, by the way, down there, just clipped the inside curb with his right side Michelins, and that kicked the bright yellow Corvette side.
Here's Krantz trying to get by Brownson coming down through the roller coaster. Doesn't see him. That's a big hit side to side, but I also saw looked like maybe part of the front splitter of one of the cars come off. Zoom on the brakes here, let's see, just slides wide. That's up at 11 and 12. We see this quite often. The left rear gets dropped as you're trying to get it done. I'm gonna think it happened similarly, except there was another car right there. I wonder, a slide sideways, the car hops a little bit, starts to go over, then comes back around a complete 360.
There's very few places that you can go far enough off to hit here. Well, he's lost the back end as well there, Jeremy, onto the wet grass. And to second place, yes, confirmed. Second place, oh, off for Van Berlo, and he's going to be hard in the barriers. That's the championship second place driver.
Hello, let's watch and see where the contact, well, as you can see, the left rear of the Mercedes was blowing rubber off, and that's the contact with the 488 Ferrari race director and stewards, because that was, and wow, look at that, the Bauer Motorsport Lamborghini when the race control is in the hands of Raffaele Marciello, and he could go when oh, that's the replay again.
Title race behind.
So Hamaguchi's on the inside, and the Aston, I don't know whether the Aston knew the Lamborghini was there. There is the Bucciaginian coming down the inside of the number 11 Ferrari down into turn 1. Oh, there we go, there we go.
To the top of the timesheets, 1 minute 55.161. He's 0.08 of a second faster and off at turn 1. Well, let's take a look. So coming down the start-finish straight, and well, that's actually very unusual to find a car going. Let's take a look. Did it happen with an assist? You sort of feel it might have done, and most certainly it did. Oh, an airborne assist at that move through turn 6. They go up the inside. Goes the yellow Audi, but he wasn't in front, stuck his nose up the inside, and then just almost braking to it, having to swerve to go avoid hitting the Toyota too deep into the first corner goes Benjamin Lariche, and then in 5th place, getting clouted, Jean-Luc Bobelic, who'll be willing Jim to drop the challenge from behind, which he's doing very much, and we've got a spinner, unfortunately, very, very close indeed behind him. Now here's a replay of things going very wrong, unfortunately. Oh, into the tyres, car number 9. What happened? It's the wonderful sweeper as they come up the hill. 7 and 8, not so wonderfully. You get a...
Further back, here comes Felice Yalmini down the inside. Amato Homla, oh, punched Tom Coronel sideways, and Coronel gets spun around on the left rear because it was a big old hit. Of course, Yalmini now, oh yeah, broken steering straight away. You can see, oh, and it was him that put Fernandez into the gravel as well. There is Victor Davidovski trying to go around the outside, and Nicolas Bart. They are effectively fighting for points, and Leonov just goes into the side of his...
de Florian Lator, et c'est Marvin Klein qui a récupéré les commandes de la course aux dépens de ces deux garçons. Oui, c'est sorti. Ouh, c'est sorti, et les premiers mètres, et Alessandro Giretti qui a pris le meilleur sur Florian Lator, laissant s'envoler. On n'a pas vu, hein, on n'a pas vraiment vu d'où était parti l'incident avec Christophe Lapierre et Jérôme Boulery.
And this a replay of the moment it became apparent or happened. Oh, just clipped the bolt with the wall there with the right side rear.
going to be Kelvin van der Linde, but he's got Nick Cassidy coming around the outside of him. Van der Linde down the inside of the curbs. Contact between the top three. They all go wide. And Liam Lawson and Nick Cassidy are both stopped. They're both at the back of the field. Van der Linde got through, but the two Ferraris have stopped.
And those fans there with a grandstand view of the drama at the start of this final race of the season. There was Esteban Mook, the back end of him, clattering into the wall. Huge damage to times this year, I'm afraid, out of it. And there was the spin that we caught the back end of from the other camera angle of Lucas Di Grassi. They were going 4 into the corner, and it was Mike Rockenfeller making contact with his teammate.
Oh, yeah, what is going on there? That is not ideal. Side line here is already ahead of Tregurtha. Up to P5 he goes. The AMG drops down. It's 3 wide then. Oh, there's a big collateral damage then. Up in towards turn number 1. And the 2 championship leaders are P1 and P2. Michael Schrey and indeed Tregurtha as they come up then towards turn number 1. Ben Green is going to make the move up the inside here of Tregurtha. Up towards P3. And actually, he's going to hold on to P3. There's a big spin in the background as well. As Morris Lerner ends up into the barrier, I think we're going to see our first safety.
And Hanker is really under pressure here. Salmon Ovega to the inside, 3 abreast, almost doesn't go. You can see the back end of the Ovega car stepping out. We've got 1 car into the barriers there of Mikhail von Zabienski, and you could see he just made contact there. And that was enough to push the front of his.
Der Unfallgegner Lutz Peper ist. Das war der schnellste BMW im Feld. Der war an 4. Gesamtposition. Ach du liebe Güte, und da wird er abgeräumt.
And it is nose to tail. In fact, it's side by side as the Lamborghini's almost boxed out of it. And right around the outside, there's contact. There's contact between the Manfield Mercedes number 70 and the rear of the Fricadelli Racing. And Jordan Pepper, talk us through this. I just caught it from the corner of my eye. It was a back marker on the curb, which then came out and tagged the back.
Il caos che si verifica proprio a centrogruppo con Matteo Arena, che non sappiamo se è stato toccato da una vettura, ma che comunque si trova al centro della traiettoria di tutti. Antonio, intanto ti dico che c'è un errore da parte di Peter Mann, che è andato a sbattere. Che cosa è successo nelle retrovie con questa toccata che ha coinvolto la Porsche di Francesco Lamazza. Recuperare le posizioni perché sta mettendo a rischio, è andato in testa coda, ha fatto tutto da lui tra la Biondetti 1 e la Biondetti 2, ha chiuso forse troppo in ritardo la prima parte della curva e di caos alle sue spalle ne ha approfittato Stefano Comandini. E attenzione, il rischio di Frassinetti che va in testa coda, esagera, va in testa coda Frassinetti, va
to the right of screen. He's now challenging Aaron down towards turn number 1. Aaron trying to get, oh no, contact. Begovic has gone round. Colapinto off. Boyer off at turn 1 as well.
Let's have a look at the replay. Oh dear, that's Gola. And I think the other car is Pesha. Yes, for DR Formula.
As Saucy and Belov go side by side once more, coming down towards turn number 4. Oh dear, someone into the gravel. One of the Arden drivers is at the end, and it would be Aaron who would lead us. But in the background there, you can see in the very top of screen, you see
he's in P4. This is what happened.
È incredibile, ha fatto una partenza bellissima, ci aveva promesso che comunque non mollava e conoscendo Salvatore è stato bravo, una bella...
Il terzo occhio che guarda in maniera senza tifo e disinteressata nel senso senza parteggiare per l'uno o per l'altro. Fa a tutti i ragazzi, c'è stata una toccata tra la vettura di Poloni e la vettura di Iannotta, quindi non è stato un testacoda volontario. Succede, Baldan si trova nella morsa stretto di 3 vetture, no, anche Baldan non ha, sembra di Ruben Volten, anzi di Marco Iannotta, che è andato all'esterno, ha spinto Baldan che è finito involontariamente contro la vettura di Saube che Butti. Guardiamo quello che è accaduto, ha fatto tutto da solo Antonello proprio all'attacco della...
Proprio i danni di Palazzo che ora scarta all'interno di Tronconi. Bellissima manovra da parte di Palazzo che si prende la leadership, testa coda intanto di Mezze.
Volge anche un'altra vettura, continua a non capire, forse Hermes della Pia, però...
No, della Pia non so se è riuscito a ripartire, esatto. Hermes della Pia partiva dalla corsia box, qui si gira Bianconi con Gentili.
Largam muito bem, Lucas Salles e Márcio Mauro. Márcio Mauro vai tentar ali, houve um toque atrás, tá batendo e tá saindo da pista, Daniel Correia, tem mais dois também saindo, parece que deles. Da tração do carro, teve batida do Ayman. Se tocaram ali, Ayman e... Ó, essa é outra imagem, hein? Outro toque do Vina, o Vina Neves com o Márcio Mauro, hein? Vina Neves com o Márcio Mauro, Vina Neves que era o 12º, de time da Porsche Cup, você não perde nada. Tocou na traseira o Vina Neves. Encheu a traseira do Edson dos Reis.
É, uma pena para os dois.
Ó, vamos ver de novo, ó, lá atrás. Olha como larga bem por fora e já tem um toque ali, ó. Nossa, aí sobrou. Sobrou pro carro 10 ali do Paulo Borges.
Provavelmente os dois se encontraram.
Os dois tocaram a dianteira esquerda. Bateu na traseira, 1 minuto.
O radiador, olha mais um toque.
Mais um entre Cristiano Piquet и Урубатан Жуниор.
Уже здесь было. Ошибка Александра. Его в этом сложном повороте разворачивают. А в это время здесь Вадим Антипов атаковал Катю Бояринову. Контакт был у Вадима Антипова. Разбита его Субару. И с другой стороны Бояринова едва не переворачивается она. Что здесь было? Вот Дмитрий Дударев. Раскачивает машину, он вылетает за пределы трассы. Здесь влажный газон, не может машина с ударом. Гардрейл довольно мощный, который... ух ты, вот это да! Михаил Симонов уже прошел целую кучу соперников, то в прошлом году, соответственно, выиграть ему не удалось. А если говорить про юниорский класс... ух ты, вылет Олег. Легкий контакт. Вылетает за пределы трассы Вадим.
Up at the top of the screen, blows the right rear tire, car goes around, smacks the outside wall.
Just a great break, I think. Yeah, Brad Keselowski almost got wrecked by a wrecking Ryan Newman.
Down to within 2 car lengths.
And around goes the 37. So Ryan Preece up against the wall.
So he's already had contact with the wall somewhere in the infield.
And then the 41 got him there as he slid into the grass.
Oh, the 4's going to miss the corner.
He misses
into
the DeWalt wall. And he said, I'm not expecting to win this championship. I know I have to go out there and fight and get it. There's where the 24 of Byron got off track and into the wall.
Looks like he's already spun around when he comes into the picture. I don't think there was any contact there.
Oh, it starts right here.
And that was Sage Karam that spun in the 31.
Oh, yeah, Jade was trying to get out of the way.
Something to keep in mind about that corner right there. When you're approaching that corner, it's blind. Watch it right here. He's out of the groove. But he talked about Junior. He was.
You see the speed that he's coming in there, so he turns left to avoid the cars in front of him, and my goodness. Jeff, you and I are awful at evaluating because we.
Hell yeah, let's go! Yeah! They're wrecking on the front stretch again. A fight for position between the Burtons.
Then it looks as though it is Gianmarco Ercoli who's up into 4th position from 6th on the grid. So that's been a great start to the race from the Italian. And contact further back, I'm afraid. As Alan Day looks to try and pick up the lead of the race from Stinis Longines. It's tight through the chicane. There's contact and pitched into a spin is the number 88 Monster Energy backed Chevy. Not only would it be his first career win, it would be his first podium this year. And off has gone Choices, I'm afraid. Big mistake. The bias down, out front and leading the race. There's contact in the background. Now, big heavy contact. And that is Ian-Eric Varden, who had an accident on lap 1 yesterday.
Jackson was Nick trying to dive up the inside of the Evan Morgan BMW, and now Jake Hill gets involved, and Morgan is off the road, and that's going to get into the tyres big time, and it'll bring out a safety car for sure. Hill into the gravel. Ford, it was Ollie Jackson up the inside, then he ran wide, Morgan got up alongside him, Jake Hill tried to get alongside as well, and they just touched.
Yeah, Jake thought there was going to be an opportunity because they'd slowed each other down off the corner most of the way around the outside, but Ash Sutton gets pushed out wide, gets a wheel in the thing, and then we get the contact between Smelt and Butel further back, where they just... That was only a small touch again. It was just it just turns the front of the car. That little touch, wow. And they're only just accelerating.
Starts this season, similar thing happened at Knock Hill for him, but it's Jason Lockwood that gets away. Jim Louts is in the gravel, off goes the spoiler. If that had dug in sideways, it would have gone over. Callum Newsham skating on ice as well, and Lockwood is off as well. That is going to be the first safety car of the race.
Just dropped in the gravel trap there. So someone's already had a bit of contact. Look at the the front left wheel actually on Blake's car.
Foulin on the inside. Down inside him comes Ted Pierre, contact, and around goes Nate Berton, around goes Foulin, and one of the Hyundais went off, and I think Verne trying to go inside, but it is the Audi who is alongside Air Lachey, 1, 2, 3.
To get enough momentum through that gravel trap.
Yeah, Girolami went from battling with Muller in the tops. This weekend is making already. That's where the dust was coming from before. Girolami, was that a thank you from Ivan? It wasn't.
Through the left. Oh, it's high side. So big sideways, flicked him off. The bike's gone to one side of the track, and it's been such a big high side that it's the rider's landing on the opposite side of the circuit.
Much worse doing that in an endurance
just
race.
Look at this again. He's barely got any angle there. It's like, you know.
Yeah.
Damp his spirits, and Prado does try to get across, but he's been run wide. And riders going down there as well. Who got caught in that? Malay. Right, watch this, look. Gets out of the turn, and then, And it is Tom Vial, as predicted, around the outside. Rider down here, it's one of the Husqvarnas. Is it Kai de Wolf?
A Michele Pirro, però gara molto intensa. Qui purtroppo la scivolata senza conseguenze per il pilota. Vanno in tre, c'è anche l'ottimo Bernardi con la prima nuova 2M Racing. Poi purtroppo alla curva a Roma la Sciucci, che avevano dimostrato nelle prove di essere molto veloci, fanno fatica ad allungare. Qua la caduta di Davis Bergamini col sorpasso davvero efficace, regala tantissimi sorpassi in una battaglia assolutamente non semplice. Cade purtroppo Emanuele Vocino quando era in odori. Non è facile allungare il gruppo, è davvero impegnativo la caduta purtroppo di Alfonso Coppola con la moto che zonta Van de Gorberg, parte molto bene insieme ai due protagonisti di questa sfida. E poi questo high side, situazione di estremo pericolo, per fortuna tutti riescono ad evitare il pilota olandese. È un inizio tribolato di gara per la Moto 3, arriva un altro high side, anche questo per fortuna senza conseguenze particolari. Piaggio Miceli a terra a inseguire Controlese, che era il suo diretto inseguitore, che purtroppo finisce così nella via di fuoco in uscita per il titolo. E purtroppo anche Liguori problema, e guardate chi va a travolgere la sua moto, Zan, perché arriva Zan, incredibile rimonta alla Sorate, però cade Alex Venturini, colpo di scena per i piloti del team. Vedere Lanzi
è proprio impiccato e perde l'anteriore e trascina con sé. Schacht, per fortuna le moto, vabbè, li dovranno
non così nelle prime due.
Là, contatto
Prado Erlings sulla schiena.
Mamma mia. Però che ha perso molto terreno. Andiamo a vedere. Qui c'è una scivolata.
85.
Danni per la moto, per fortuna. Guardando un po' la dinamica di questa caduta, via, eccola lì. Partita proprio dietro, Khaled De Kerel. Infatti non riuscivo dall'altra inquadratura a capire benissimo. Adesso definitivamente la gara. Questa è un'altra scivolata. Attenzione, potrebbe essere...